Good evening, and welcome to this hypnotic journey. My name is Andrew Green. Tonight I'll be guiding you into a large crystal cavern where we will use your creative imagination to enliven and align the energy centers within the body known as chakras. Regardless of whether you identify as being creative or not, I think you will find tonight's journey to be a very pleasant and deeply relaxing means to transition to sleep. To begin, go ahead and do whatever it is you do to grow more comfortable and more relaxed. Take your time to just settle in. Much like when you enter a movie theater, you make sure everything is silenced, and you either consciously or unconsciously give yourself permission to step away from the world. It is a gift that you offer yourself when you choose to unplug, unwind, and let a new story unfold. Your body and mind needs this time, especially before bed, to slow down the gears of the mind so that you can fully rest. You see, the thoughts that fill your mind at the end of the day carry with you into sleep. Taking this into account, it would only make sense to offer your mind light, bright, beautiful thoughts and feelings, so that as you sleep, your deep inner mind gets the message that all is well in your world, and that the body can release its restlessness and settle into deep inner stillness. If you are now ready to go into hypnosis, go ahead and just open your eyes wide. Look up towards the ceiling and fixate all of your attention upon a single spot, like nothing else matters. If it's completely dark, just stare upward in one single direction. While you stare, take in a slow, deep breath. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, think to yourself, relax. Good. Again, keep staring at that single spot, like it's captivating all of your attention. Take in a slow, deep breath, breathing in deeply. And as you exhale, think, relax. Good. Just one more time. Keep staring. Take in another slow and deep breath. And as you exhale, think, letting go. Just breathe naturally now as you continue to focus upon that single spot. I'm now going to count from 5 down to 1. With each number that I count down, I want you to imagine that your eyelids are growing heavier and heavier. Just by wanting your eyelids to grow heavier, this will easily happen. Starting with 5. Pretend as if heavy honey is slowly moving down over your eyelids. 4. Like they're becoming heavier and heavier. 3. Keep staring, they're becoming so heavy, droopy, drowsy, and sleepy. 2. Closing, 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 and 1. Close your eyelids. Let them relax completely. Sealed down, tightly closed. Now I want you to make those eyelids so heavy and so very relaxed. You know that feeling after a long day when you just can't wait to close your eyes and turn within. Just by remembering what that feels like, you can feel that now. You can give your eyelids a subtle command to seal down, completely closed. And I want you to make those eyelids very, very heavy, just like they do not want to work. Make your eyelids so heavy and so relaxed that any effort to open them just causes them to lock down even tighter. Go ahead and make them so heavy that they just will not work. Now I want you to simply pretend as if you were to try to open your eyelids, but find that they will not open. Any effort to open your eyelids causes them to seal down even more. Go ahead and pretend to try to open your eyelids, but find that they just will not open. You can try to open your eyelids, but you find that they just do not want to work. When you are convinced that your eyelids are far more heavy and far more relaxed than they normally are, stop trying and send a comfortable wave of relaxation from your eyelids all the way down through your entire body. Very good. The truth is, if you really wanted to, you could have forced those eyelids open. But when a person is in hypnosis, something as little as opening one's eyelids can feel like so much more work than you would want to exert. The subconscious mind is rather lazy, and when you start to shift from the logical left side of the brain over to the right, creative side, you are opening up to your intuition, emotion, and most important tonight, your imagination. With that creative mind of yours, can you recall what color are your walls, ceiling, and floor? That's right. Can you remember with eyes fully closed? I want you to invite yourself to practice really using your imagination this evening. I want you to pretend that there's a little dimmer switch beside you that slides up and down. And as you move it up, the color of your walls, ceiling, and floor all slowly change at the same time. I want you to slide that switch down a little bit and pretend as if all the surfaces surrounding you are all becoming a deep blue, including your bed and pillows. Everything a deep blue. Now move that dimmer switch upwards. Imagine everything that surrounds you is becoming a vibrant yellow, then orange, then red, keep going until you settle upon the color purple. You're surrounded entirely by the color purple. Ceiling, walls, floor, any fixtures or decorations, even your bed, all of it has become purple. As you play along, what you are really doing is turning the gears of your creative imagination. Your imagination develops and gets stronger the more you use those creative muscles. Now move that dimmer switch down a bit. Find yourself settling on a deep, earthy red. Like red with a tinge of brown and purple to it. Very good. Lock the switch into place. Set it aside. You are now surrounded by a room that's this earthy, deep red. The kind of sandstone red that you would expect to see in a dark cavern of a movie. As we are working with your imagination here, why don't we go ahead and make your room twice as large? That's right. Expand it out 2 times its current size. And envision that the walls are morphing and molding into a curvy stone structure. The ceiling follows the direction your mind is now going into and becomes like a huge upside-down bowl overhead. The floor remains mostly flat, but with slight dips and bumps. Look at that. You've just transformed your room into a sandstone cavern. Let's not forget to make an opening so fresh air can flow right in. Create a small hole in the ceiling, and with your mind, spread it apart. revealing the beauty of an afternoon sky and occasional clouds drifting overhead, in which afternoon light can pour into the cavern, welcoming in fresh, clean air. As you've changed the size, color, and dimensions of your room, you can also very easily pretend that hundreds of years are passing by as you just lie comfortably in your bed within this ancient cave. Your life remains exactly as it is, but the cavern is at a snail's pace, changing with the sands of time. The natural forces, sun, wind, rain, and groundwater, all have their effect on your cavern, softening the stones as wind howls through. The sun bleaches some of the surfaces, and as mineral water bubbles up from the earth, it gets carried through your cave. There is also rainwater, which falls and navigates the crevices of the stone walls, creating little crystal structures which begin appearing all around you, some dripping from the ceiling, forming hanging mineral deposits known as stalactites. As these drip upon the earth, upward-facing narrow cones arise, which are known as stalagmites. Along the walls, some of these crystals appear as smooth as a pane of glass. Thousands of years pass as you witness crystals forming, resembling the beauty of many chandeliers hanging from a royal ballroom. Something that you could expect to be created by master craftsmen, but not just nature. Witness your cavern now, stunningly beautiful, sparkling throughout. You are doing very well. In truth, this evening, I'm just your guide. My words are just words until you take them on and make them real for you. And although I'm painting broad strokes, you get to paint in all of the little details. As all of this is happening, you are just lying in your bed, just witnessing it. Now I want you to imagine that your bed is slowly lowering as I count from 3 down to 1. Each number not only lowers the bed, but also brings you slightly deeper into hypnosis. Starting with 3, slowly descending just a foot or so. 2, relax and let go. And 1, feel the bed move just slightly below ground level. Finding now that the rectangular surface that supports you, that once was your mattress, becomes smaller in size, just taller than you and twice as wide. You find yourself lying upon a large flat stone that is slightly immersed in a stream of flowing warm water within your cavern. Immediately, you notice the sound of trickling water that can be heard. Yet you are somewhat surprised to realize the water is making its way from your feet up towards your head. It moves delicately over the soles of your feet, and you find that whatever it touches, it brings soothing relaxation. Follow this water as it makes its journey over your feet and toes, relaxing both of your feet. Warm, gentle water that contains many minerals that soothe you from skin down to bone. Follow it as it relaxes your ankles, calves, and the fronts and backs of your knees. You decide to ease more and more into the deep tranquility that this water offers you. As you will recall a little earlier, you helped to create an opening overhead. And sure enough, as the sun moves through the sky, afternoon light glistens down upon your body, bringing the kind of comfort that only the sun can bring. As the sun warms your body, the sensation of the water trickling over you becomes that much more enjoyable. Two natural elements working together to offer you all of the letting go of tension that your body needs. You can even choose to assist this natural healing experience as you relax your thighs, hips, and lower abdomen. Looking down upon the water, you see the sun caressing the surface of the red-toned liquid, flavored by all the red sandstone sediments. Grounding, soothing, so comforting as it streams up, moving up through the soles of your feet, around your ankles and the back of your calves. Go ahead and relax your thighs, your hips and buttocks. Think, relax. And now relax your lower back. Your mid-back easily welcomes the release of tension as the water washes along the length of your spine, along your left and right side, and the sides of your chest. Feel it glisten just a little bit over the surface of your heart. You feel like it's not only glistening around you, but through you, streaming up through your fingertips, moving through each joint of each finger, the palms of your hands, the tops of your hands. Relax your wrists. Relax your forearms. Feel that warm, red mineral water moving over your elbows, upper arms, shoulders, every part of you simply welcoming in all of the relaxation that is available to you. The water moves up behind your neck, cradling your head, moving above you now. Feel the serene waters move from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, from pinky to pinky, and from skin down to bone. Take it all in, like this crystal cavern is your own personal rejuvenating spa. And I'd like for you now to bring your awareness to the base of your spine, from which a small red light begins to emerge. This is the light of the root chakra. It brightens and slowly begins to spin. Notice which direction it seems to move. The light that brightens slowly illuminates your body, streams through the water, and glows out into the cave. As the red light touches the many crystal surfaces that surround you, they amplify the red light and reflect it back upon you and upon the many crystals that decorate the walls of this sacred chamber. Many shades of red appear, from fire engine to violet and everything in between, glowing and emanating throughout the entire cave. Enveloped in so much red light, for a moment, you forget whether the root chakra is within you or whether you are now within it. It would seem as if you are in the energy vortex of your own wonderful root chakra. Breathe it in, and all of the good feelings that come from an activated energy center that is within you, and all the good feelings that this brings. All the feelings of safety and security feeling deeply grounded and to feel so fully balanced and centered in oneself, rooted and connected to the earth. And I want you to imagine the brightness of the red gathers in upon itself, pulling back from the crystal walls and narrow cone-like stone structures, gathering in and becoming magnetized to the base of your spine, where that red light that has emerged finds its ideal slow spinning rate, its perfect resting rate, where it is active and alive, yet perfectly harmonious with itself and with what your body needs. Just spinning there at the base of your spine. And from that orb of light, a small flare of red light rises up from the root and touches softly into the sacral chakra, which is located a couple inches below your navel towards your spine. Like a key that has entered a locked door, this second spinning orb starts turning. Notice how you imagine it as it moves and in which direction. Spiraling out magnificent orange light. Light that brightens and brightens and brightens, moving from that place below your navel, out and throughout your entire body, moving out into the water, causing the water to turn orange. Moving even beyond that, a cascade of orange reflecting throughout the crystal cave. Many hues of orange. Everything from the light orange of a crisp autumn leaf to the deep orange of a raging wildfire, and everything in between. For a moment, you close your eyes and just bask in the energy of the sacral chakra in all of its glory and all that it offers you, in awakening your creative and healthy sexual energy. Within the walls of this crystal cavern, you are immersed in your own life force energy, which grows brighter and brighter and brighter until the walls seem to fade. The bright orange gives way to other colors, such as green, brown, and blue. You attempt to draw into focus your surroundings by softly rubbing your eyes. To your delight, you gaze upon an orchard of trees and soft rolling hills of what appears to be the coastal region of California. You look look around to see acres upon acres of rolling hills and abundant orchard trees overflowing with ripe Valencia oranges. You smell the citrus mixed with that coastal ocean air as the warmth of the sun falls down like ribbons of golden light through the leafy trees, warming your body to the absolute perfect temperature. You arise from the earth and gracefully walk amongst this captivating landscape, looking to the left and to your right, scouring the green backdrop for that perfect Valencia orange. You find it and reach out, plucking one from its familiar home. You bring it up to your nose and take in a long, deep breath. As if you were trying to capture the true essence of this place in the single orange that you now hold gently in your right hand. As you venture further through this field of oranges, you notice there's a transition where the orange fruit seems to change color, and the contrast from vivid orange to bright yellow brings a smile to your face. Upon immediate entry into this new world of citrus, you reach out with your left hand, plucking a ripe lemon from a tree. You bring it up to your face and smell its fresh, sour zest. You look down to recognize you've now got an orange in the right hand and a lemon in the left. You see a farmer's basket with oranges, and you place the orange back into the company of its citrus companions, thanking it for what it has offered you in the form of enhanced creativity and playful imagination. You are now left with just the lemon in your hand. As you concentrate upon it, you find that it begins to glow brighter and brighter. The light of the lemon now casting waves of translucent light that begin swirling out from your hand and slowly envelops your body. As I count from 1 to 3, you will become fully immersed in the energy that the lemon now represents. The energy of the yellow solar plexus. Your personal power, confidence, and inner strength. As I count from 1 to 3, feel that inner lion centered a couple inches above your navel and towards your spine. Feel its power and hear it roar. 1, 2, 3, brighter and brighter and brighter, you become entirely enveloped in bright yellow light. You give it a moment as it begins to soften and fade. your eyes adjusting, you no longer find yourself in the orchard, but back in the crystal cavern. Your solar plexus still glowing, like an orb moving in a slow rotation at its perfect resting rate. As it settles, it easily becomes grounded back into your body, safely settled within the sacred chamber of the red cavern once again. Take in a slow, deep breath and exhale very slowly. Hold your awareness upon the solar plexus above your navel. Emerging from that yellow orb appears a little filament of yellow light that slowly travels up through your body, moving up in the same direction as your spine, as it finds itself being drawn like a firefly to a marsh. This yellow orb enters the emerald green light of your heart space. As sincerely as you can, invite your heart to open. Feel it softly glowing, an orb of green emerald light that begins to slowly rotate. Notice how it moves and in what direction. Breathe in, concentrating upon your heart and your most sincere intention to have it open. Breathe out as you invite your heart to unfold all of its mysteries through your body, down through your legs, across your arms, and up into your mind. Imagine glowing emerald green light becoming brighter and expanding out radiant unconditional love, which reflects off the walls of the crystal cavern. Open that heart of love to your entire body, your entire chakra system, and upon every square inch of this chamber. Remembering that the crystals amplify and expand whatever energy is within you. And right now, it's amplifying the energy that makes up your true, loving essence. As the emerald green reflects and grows brighter, many shades of green fill the entire crystal chasm. Everything from forest green to lime green and every hue in between. As the green wraps itself around you, it's like it becomes you. The green becomes so immersive that things fall out of focus temporarily. So you squint your eyes and wait for the next landscape to emerge. Very slowly, as the light softens, your eyes adjust to reveal a lush palm tree swaying overhead. The sound of tropical birds and animals create a symphony of sound that enters your eardrums, and calm stillness settles in upon your mind. You're fully safe here to explore. You look down to notice the emerald green of your heart, symbolized in the form of a large emerald that hangs gently swaying right over your heart space as you walk through the jungle. The glowing emerald reminds you to pour love into whatever appears before you in life. Making your way over to a small stream that flows around ancient volcanic stone, you notice a tropical flower. What is known as the flower birds of paradise that has yet to bloom. Perhaps this is Hawaii, you think to yourself. And as you look upon it and think encouraging thoughts, the flower blooms right before your eyes. You then look upon flowers that are ready to bloom, and you shift your attention one to the next, lovingly embracing everything that your eyes fall upon within this jungle. Little I love yous, I believe in you. Thank you for sharing your beauty, being whispered from your lips, and thoughts of appreciation flow without hesitation from your mind. You quickly discover that with these loving thoughts, everything springs to life. Everything is colored more beautifully. You move further along the trail through the jungle and upon a sandy beach where you lie down upon the sand, just listening to the waves that crash upon the shore. Feeling that heart still glowing with love and sincere appreciation for life itself and all of its majesty, the waves crash upon the shore. You notice the surf as it gently rinses over your feet and arms. You close your eyes and go deeper within. Slowly opening your eyes to see you're back in the crystal cavern. The emerald green light of the heart, feeling fully satisfied now as it's had its chance to reawaken and synchronize itself with the gentle flow of energy that moves through the root and up through all of the activated energy centers within you. And as the lower energy centers are working together, rising into the magnificence of the heart, another filament of light blooms, emerald green, from the heart space and rises up to the throat where a pale blue light appears. Softly glowing, this pale blue orb begins to slowly rotate as it grows brighter and brighter. Sensing it growing, the light within this living force that is coming alive to remind you to speak your truth, making you instantly aware that your thoughts, ideas, and opinions are just as valuable as anyone else's. Like a stone that's dropped into a clear pool of water, pale blue light ripples out from the throat and reverberates off all the many surfaces found within the crystal cave. Thousands of fractals of light appear, like that of looking through a kaleidoscope. Light that dances along the cavern walls, and at the very center of it all lies your activated throat chakra. You look up through the opening upon the ceiling of the cavern, and the pale blue light of dusk begins to call your attention to the sky. The sky begins to descend through the cavern and gathers around you with the same hue of light that has emerged from your throat. Sure enough, as your eyes adjust to this saturation of blue light, slowly a new landscape appears. The sky remains that soft blue, yet towering mountains appear around you on all sides. You lower your gaze to find yourself in a field of green, accented with occasional wildflowers. You've seen this place in pictures, and it appears as if you have found yourself amongst the triumphant mountains of the Swiss Alps in Switzerland. The blue of the sky descends upon jagged snowy cliffs as hang gliders soar overhead like birds, perfectly free and bound to nothing. Much like these adventurers in the sky, your voice longs to be free. So you attempt to practice carrying your voice great distances where no one is around to judge. You shout your name and it echoes from peak to peak. A voice that rings so clear that it resounds for miles and miles. Now look up to that sky that you've painted in your creative imagination and watch as clouds take on hues of gold and copper as the sun finalizes its display of color before retiring for the night. As the last rays of light become hidden by the proud silhouette of the mountains, stars begin to emerge, and an indigo blue presents itself within the sky. The darkened sky, with lights aglow, captivates all of your attention. The silhouette of the jagged cliffs transforms into the silhouette of tall, archaic buildings. You lie softly back upon a velvet cushion, finding yourself now within a riverboat that carries you sweetly through the river streets of Venice, Italy. This new landscape is easily welcomed as you relax back and just drift under a star-speckled sky. If you would like, just go ahead and gently roll your eyes in and up into that space between your brows towards your forehead, and see the swirls of blue in its different shades. Maybe you even see stars. This is the third eye chakra, which is linked to perception and awareness. When active, it may even help you in forming a clearer vision for your life through higher wisdom and profound insights. As you drift along, imagine breathing through the third eye space, indicating your willingness to invite in higher wisdom. You get to thoroughly enjoy the third eye chakra while you just relax and enjoy the sounds of the settling city. In the distance, a musician plays his accordion as his gift to the city of Venice that he loves. A sweet serenade endowed with so much gentle care, like that of a mother singing a lullaby to her children before they slumber. Look up from your boat and envision the stars slowly starting to fall from the sky. Streaming their light down over and around the entire earth. Millions of stars falling from the canvas of your imagination. As if they're making room for something. Perhaps a new addition to your artwork. A new color, a new landscape. Find that a lavender light spills out of the sky like an iridescent wave of energy. the silhouette of the city and its sparkling lights fade from your imagination, and you find yourself lying in the most comfortable bed that you can possibly imagine. White linen sheets, feather-down pillows that caress and support your neck. You find yourself looking up at this lavender glowing energy as it moves through the sky. You have now found yourself in an Arctic glass igloo in Finland, far north from the Venice rivers, which you just visited. Here you are now, amidst a snow-covered landscape, situated beside many glass-domed hotel rooms, watching the northern lights march through the sky to the music of some unseen conductor. Pure lavender light cascades through the night sky, like a shadow moving upon the heavens. Although this shadow can be seen for hundreds of miles. Occasionally, you see other colors. A little tone of red, reminding you of the root chakra. A little orange, then a dash of yellow, taking you back to the citrus colors you held earlier, with that orange and lemon representing the colors of the sacral chakra and solar plexus. Seemingly out of nowhere, also appears the emerald green of the heart, the pale blue of the throat, and the indigo blue of the third eye. And as you look up and witness these colors, you remember that they're still running through your body, your fully activated chakra system. But most dominant now is that of the lavender of the crown chakra. And imagine for a moment that as you breathe, you are fully allowing those energies to run through you from the soles of your feet up to the base of your spine, up through each of the chakras, following the direction of your spine, and then spilling up and out of the crown of your head. Go ahead and lift your awareness into that lavender northern light that glows over the top of the earth, like it glows over the crown of your head. Feel it as it moves beyond you and beyond the earth. Allow your awareness to spontaneously rise up and into higher consciousness and divine connection. Into all that is. Sheer oneness. present with all. Nothing but lavender. Be there as I am silent for a moment. Slowly now, the lavender gathers back upon itself, centered just a few inches over the crown of your head. It moves ever so gently down and through the top of your head. Sense it as it glides down through your entire body, bringing heaven to earth. Bringing you back to where this journey started, in that red rock cavern filled with shimmering crystals. Come back now fully to that grounded, centered, and fully embodied state. And imagine the walls of crystals, having served their purpose, delicately crumble back to the earth. Falling like white sand upon the red rock cavern. And all around you, the rocks and stones that make up the walls and ceiling of the cave become flat once again. Parallel walls, perfectly horizontal ceiling and floor. You return fully now to the comfort and familiarity of your room as you know it. Pretend now that you simply reach over and adjust that dimmer switch, setting it back to the original color of your walls. You've returned to your room, feeling fully embodied, safe, and so very comfortable and so deeply relaxed. Having been on quite the journey across the world today, actively engaging the magic of your own creative imagination. Reminisce on where you've been tonight as you drift off. The journey into the orange and lemon orchards of California, the lush tropics of Hawaii. You followed my voice over the ocean, beyond Asia, into the Swiss Alps of Switzerland, the river streets of Venice, Italy, up to the Arctic igloos of Finland. And lastly, before returning to bed, you've gathered in all of these activated energy centers within the Red Rock Crystal Cavern. Back in your own comfy space. Here, the canvas is blank, yet the dream world is calling, and you get to further explore, remembering that life is so much brighter and more beautiful when you color it with your imagination. And at any time now, you can simply turn off this recording and drift off into a deep and restful sleep, where all of these good, colorful thoughts, images, and feelings will remain with you throughout the night. Sleep peacefully